So, hi guys. Before I start reading part 2 of chapter 13, I thought it would be good to figure out what SELMP meant. Remember, it's that club that Annabelle and Tiffany formed. Well, when I stopped the video, I went to the contents of the book, and I'm like, I know one of the chapters is called SELMP. Ah, here it is. And it's on page 99. So I turned to page 99, and I started skimming and looking for those letters. S-E-L-M-P. Not finding it. Not finding it. Oh, here they're talking about they're reading the journal. Okay. Ah, here's SELMP, right? Let's look up here. Okay. If we're going to be good explorers, we must belong to an official society. All right. We'll call ourselves, Tiffany frowned, we'll call ourselves the Society, S, for Exploration, E, and the Location, L, of Missing, M, Persons, P. So that's the Society for Exploration and Location of Missing Persons. That's what SELMP stands for. Now we know. It doesn't have to drive us crazy anymore. So back to the page that we were on. And here we go. And they said, we'll do more searching, and we'll go to the places that are kind of scary tomorrow night. And but they're going to watch the captain, keep track of the captain all day the next day. And so here we go. Annabelle nodded. Then she put her hands on Tiffany's shoulders and said solemnly, United for SELMP, the Society for Exploration and Location of Missing Persons. And Tiffany put her hands on Annabelle's shoulders and said solemnly means seriously and sincerely, United for SELMP. If Annabelle had known that she and Tiffany would follow the captain for 4 nights, she might not have mentioned her plan at all. So for 4 more nights. I think they've already been searching for 3 nights, so it's been a week that Papa's been missing. Oh my gosh, I bet they're so worried. After the 3rd night, she said, Tiffany, I don't think this is working. All the captain does is walk from one bed to another and sleep for a while. His sweater bed, the end of Kate's bed, under Grandma Catherine's bed. This is silly. I think we're wasting time. Besides, our luck won't last forever. I can't believe Kate hasn't looked in the dollhouse yet. Let's just try it 1 more night, said Tiffany. If we don't find anything interesting, we'll think of something else, okay? Okay, agreed Annabelle. On the 4th night, which was the 6th night, 6, not 7, after the captain had taken Papa, the girls met in the hallway outside of Kate's room as soon as they were safe. Have you seen the captain? Asked Tiffany. Not in a while, but I think he's downstairs. Annabelle and Tiffany made their way to the living room. There he is. He's on his bed, Annabelle whispered a moment later. I can see him. I'm sure of it. I see him too, Tiffany whispered back. The girls tiptoed around the room until they reached the couch that was across from the sweater bed. When they slid under one end of the couch and lifted the skirt that ran around the bottom, they could just see the captain. He's sound asleep, Annabelle observed. Half an hour later, he was still asleep. But 15 minutes after that, he stirred. Did he stir his hot chocolate? No, stirring means moved. Tiffany grabbed Annabelle's wrist. The girls inched forward ever so slightly. The captain sat up. He stretched again. Then he eased himself off the sweater and ambled across the living room. Ambled is another word for walking, but kind of slow and relaxed. He batted a little ball as he went by it and sent it flying. At the edge of the living room, he paused. He sat down. He looked to the left. He looked to the right. Oh, just like the 3 little elephants, right? Then he stood up, turned around, and walked back into the living room. Tiffany nudged Annabelle with her elbow. Annabelle nudged her back. The captain was acting unusual, and this was interesting. Annabelle, who by now was crouched under one of the armchairs peeking around the edge of the skirt, peered through the darkness. Not far away, a tall cupboard with drawers, a heavy old piece of furniture that Annabelle had heard Grandma Catherine call an armoire. The captain was walking around it. When he reached the back, he sat down and began scratching at a corner of it. Have you ever seen your cat do scratching on furniture or something they're not supposed to do? Yeah, it's a very natural behavior, but it's not good for your furniture. With his tail swishing back and forth across the floor. Swish, swish, swish. Annabelle leaned forward, listening. Oh, here's a picture of him, scratching at the furniture. Naughty kitty. And there's Tiffany and Annabelle. I wonder if Papa's in the armoire. Is that what you were thinking too? Yeah. But, oh, turn. Annabelle leaned forward, listening hard. Tiffany listened too. Then the girls stared at each other wide-eyed, faintly, very faintly, super softly. They could hear a voice from behind the armoire calling, "Shoo, Cat, shoo, go away, Captain." Who is it? Yes, it's Papa. The captain rose onto his hind legs and reached as far up the armoire as he could. Then he stretched his front paws onto the small space between the wall and the back of the armoire. He jumped and batted at something, jumped again. Ooh, so there's a little space between the wall like this. Like a little space like this. And the captain's jumping up and whacking at it because Papa, I think, is stuck like in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? Now that's the exciting part. Alrighty. Whatever he wanted, he couldn't reach. He slid down once more until he was sitting on the floor. Then he let out a frustrated before giving up and leaving the living room altogether. The moment he was gone, Annabelle and Tiffany ran behind the armoire. "Papa? Papa, is that you?" "Annabelle." "It was Pop," said Papa's voice in surprise. "Oh, it's you. Where are you?" "I'm up here," said Papa. Annabelle and Tiffany looked up. There was Papa, wedged into the space behind the armoire, about 3 inches above their heads. "Papa, I can't believe we found you. I'm here with Tiffany. We've been looking and looking for you. We've been looking for days." "How did you get way up there?" asked Tiffany. "The captain dropped me down from the top." Oh, so the captain had him up here, dropped him down, he fell, and he got like wedged, stuck sort of like in there. "The captain dropped me down from the top, but there isn't much space back here, and I got stuck partway down. I'm glad I didn't land on the floor, but I don't know how to free myself." "Okay," said Tiffany. "Don't worry, we'll help you. I'll think of something. Annabelle, you stay here with your father. I'll be back as soon as I can." Tiffany ran for the stairs. Annabelle gazed up at Papa. He looked down at her. "What do you suppose Tiffany is going to do?" he asked. "I haven't the faintest idea," replied Annabelle. I wonder what she's going to do too. What she's going to get? Some like kind of rope to grab him and pull him? Or do you have any other ideas? Yeah, maybe that. Maybe something like get some butter so he would be slippery and he could slide down. I don't know. Something that I notice about the characters of Annabelle and Tiffany is Annabelle's really pragmatic and careful and things like that. But she kind of gets down a little bit easier. Like she feels like she could give up. But Tiffany, even though she's more impulsive, she kind of just does things at a snap, she doesn't give up. She doesn't get as discouraged as easily. So those are kind of interesting character traits like we were talking about last week at the meeting. All right, I hope you enjoyed chapter 13 and I'll see you later. Bye.